Let's see. Hopefully, boys and girls, you should be able to hear me. Just adjust the mic so it doesn't. Okay. I think it should be really, really good now. And you guys should be able to hear me very nicely. Let me see if my mic is getting in my way. Okay, it's not. So I'm just gonna open up my stream and some stats, and I'm gonna start a voice party. But while we're doing that, let me just open up the. Let's see what view docs, YouTube chat should be here. I think yes, and then settings. Let's see, how do I get the? Hmm. Okay, so this is the vertical chat, right? Scene source. Okay, I think I need to open the YouTube chat somewhere else. Let's see. We're gonna. I don't know which one's vertical. Let's see. Is this vertical? Yes, that's the vertical one. Hmm. 1 second. Let me just stop this just for a second so I can. Think everything should be fine now. I'm just gonna put these windows together so I can read your guys' chats. Let's see. Okay, I think both streams should be live now. Both chats are also here. Let's see if they're not the same chat. I'm gonna type something. Sign chat. Sorry guys. Hiccups after streaming for a long time. So let me just create a voice party. We're gonna start a party. Start an open party. I wanna change. Oh, I change party settings. Party settings. Art live. Right. So I wanna. Oh, okay. Max. Party type is open. Arts live party. So if you guys from the Rookie Motorsports series are watching, and if you guys want to ask questions in the party, you want to join the party, feel free to do that. But yeah, before I get some people in here, because I want to make sure that I have a few people in here before I just start rambling. Let me also see the control and select screen. I'm not sure if there's a right stream, but yeah, sure. Hey, father son sim, right? Yes. So okay, Mukhtar, you can join the voice party as well. The voice party is up. We can walk you through that, or you can join the stream. It's up to you guys. Right. So a few channel updates. I am back, yeah, and I will be back. I am gonna stay around for a while. And hi, Gurmi. Nice. I love the rap board. So I'm gonna be live. Okay, so Gurmeher wants a shout out. There's about two people watching. Everybody who already knows Gurmeher. Gurmeher is here. Um, but yeah, so I wanna let you guys know that I will be मैं live आऊँगा. Also the channel's language is gonna change. मैं पहले हमेशा हर चीज़ English में करता था, अब English में होगी. So it's gonna be a mix. But that depends on who's watching. If I have people who don't understand Hindi, then it's gonna be English. But otherwise English. So I'm gonna start coming back live again, and this stream is mostly about Rookie Motorsports Series, and we have the Motorsports Series, and essentially it's for all the rookies on how to prepare. And I am assuming here that तुम लोगों को कुछ नहीं पता है, like तुम्हें ना तुमने कभी देखा है कोई लीक करी है तुमने आज से पहले, nothing, right? Tricky part about getting into a league. What most people will do, they'll go to multiplayer, they'll set up a lobby, and they'll have like 20 different options that the lobby people have given them. For example, we'll just see here that Abdus and all guys have set up a lobby, right? And they are probably practicing in a lobby right now, right? Fast driver, yes, right. So we have two lobbies. One is by Mudit, one is by Sam Wolf, but I don't think Sam Wolf's our lobby. We have Mudit's lobby that is active. And यहाँ पर, if you're gonna go in and see, you're gonna have a lot of fast players in here because this works for them. ये इनके लिए काम करता है because they're already fast. They've been playing the game for a long, long time. इनको track पता है, इनको properly पता है what they need to do, right? So they don't need to essentially go out and be like, we have to test every little small thing. But this is for the rookies, right? When I talk about the rookies need to do this from the very, very start, right? So if rookies have to do it, then what do rookies need to do? First things first, every rookie needs to go in and learn the track. Now, where do you do it? Gran Turismo has this lovely thing that's called circuit experiences, right? So we're gonna go. I'm guessing it's which track is it, right? This week we have Brands Hatch. I think first one is. Yes, we have the first one is Brands Hatch. I'm assuming it's in Americas. Brands Hatch is in UK. Okay. Who do you classify as rookie in this game? See, rookie can be anybody. Rookie is gonna be someone who A hasn't done a lot of leagues. Rookie has got nothing to do with your DR, right? Like I am almost a rookie, but I'm a well-studied rookie. I'm no longer the rookie, but I was a rookie very recently, so I understand the struggles that rookies go through. But rookie is anybody who doesn't know all the tracks, doesn't know all the car combinations, can not simply just go on the track and be within a second or second and a half, right? My DR is B. Wolf. I am a BS player. Bullshit. Like I'm proud of that too. But yeah, I'm a BS player. I am no longer a rookie, right? The good thing for this circuit is that when you go to the if you go to Brands Hatch circuit, Wolf, do you have any other questions? How long have you been playing the game? I have been playing the game just a little over a year, or a little under a year, right? But I've been dedicated playing it for to get to one of the fastest. But yeah, I'm the people I'm setting up these lobbies for, people I'm setting these differences is the people I'm setting these lobbies for is people who are already like 2.5, 3 seconds, 4 seconds off of the world pace, right? So people who are in our Artemis lobbies and people who are going to be racing for the first time. So I'm going to make this series. Uh, I have $2,500 in it. Am I in the game? Depends. Are you doing everything blindly? Do you know why you're fast or why you're not fast? That depends. Mukhtar says, brother, circuit experience, the bop is off, whereas the series the bop is on. So there's a lot of difference. Absolutely, you're right. Bop is off, bop is on. I can understand that, but the circuit experience isn't about learning about the car. That comes after. Circuit experience is completely a learning about the track, right? So that's why I want to start with circuit experience so you can learn about the track, right? Now, if you go and check out, see, this is where you guys understand that why am I putting you through circuit experience. Look at every guy that you think is fast in our league. Everyone is here. Everyone has done this. So circuit experience will do two things for you. It's gonna A, tell you what the track is about. B, it's gonna tell you why people who you consider the fastest, what are the times that they're setting on this track, right? So you have an idea of what you're aiming for in terms of track time. Now, the difference between Mukhtar Bop and no Bop is usually within a second. So when we get to the whole lap out of the circuit experience, the whole lap track, we're gonna have at least a time frame of what we should be aiming for, right? So now if you look at it here, the goal time is 1:39.5. That is because the demo ghost is taking it easy. If you're gonna look at the demo time, let's just look at the demo time, right? If you look at Galaxy's time, he has done 1:36.226 on this, right? So you know that if you get in here and on this circuit experience, you're within a second of Galaxy. When you get out there in your lobby, you're gonna be within a second of Galaxy, or you're gonna be within a second of Abdus, right? So you're gonna get a little bit of a reference. We're gonna get to the car understanding soon. It's a balance of performance, bro. Bop not bop. I'm a rookie, so I need to know the exact term. Well, don't worry about the exact term. These terms are just for the organizers, so they can make sure that you guys are basically you guys are gonna enjoy the racing, right? Because it's no fun when you're in no man's land and you're just not gonna enjoy it. So you being a rookie is absolutely about you enjoying what you're gonna do. Now I know there's a possibility you might be trolling me. So let's just get on the track, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do, we're not gonna watch the demo ghost. We're not gonna do anything. We know that we have a preview segment. Sorry. Before we get on to anything. Sorry, I missed a complete step. So this is for people who are still struggling with complete car control. If you're a steering player or if you're a controller player, I don't care, right? Nice try. But I don't give a fuck if you're a steering player or if you're a controller player. What you need to do before you start any session is that you're gonna warm up. You're gonna warm up your muscles, right? Now, I want you to start with the accelerator. For most cars, the car will hold its grip and turn at 70 to 80% throttle, right? And that is what makes you fast in Gran Turismo. That is the major difference between Gran Turismo and any other game. In any other game, your throttle application is looking, it's going to look like this: 25, then you're going to slow it to 50, and then eventually you're going to go. Or you're going to do like this, and then this. Not in Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo's physics allows you to go here and then go here. It's a two-step throttle process that's going to get you that's going to get you those fast laps. So the first thing I want you to do is come in and I want you to try and hit 80%. Notice that every time I'm hitting it, I'm between 78 to 82, right? Now your aim is to hit 80 as many times as possible. I'm not warmed up right now, as you can see. I am still warming up, right? But eventually when I warm up, I'm going to hit about 79, 80, and 81 every time. Every single time I'm going to hit 79, 80, 80, 79, 80, 80. Now see, I'm starting to get warmed up. I'm stopping somewhere around 7980, 7980, 7980, right? This is what you have to do. Remember that. Build that muscle memory. Even if you're a controller player, build that muscle memory in your controller, right? Now, the difference between controller players is, for controller players, only get the stick feedback when you're actually driving the car. So you might want to do it when you're in the car, right? Because you get your trigger feedback on there. So you might want to do it on the track, but practice your 80, practice your 80, practice your 80 on the throttle. When you're done, when you're consistently hitting between 79 to 82%, you're warmed up. That means your throttle memory is built for that session. The next thing you have to do is you come to your brake pad. And this is, I think, Mukhtar, mainly for you because you were struggling with your trail braking, right? Doesn't matter what your brake pad is. It could be a G29, it could be a load cell. Your load cell is going to help you build it quicker, but doesn't matter which brake pedal you're on. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to slowly hit the brakes and you're going to hit it at 99%. Not 100, 99. Why I say this 99? It's because when you're hitting your brake, anything you hit over 100 does not register. Like this is my 100. If I just stamp on my pedal, I am probably sitting at 150% brake pressure, but it's not registered. It doesn't matter. None of it matters at all, right? So the one thing you have to do is you're going to come here and you're going to practice 99% brake, 99, 98, and then you're going to stay there for about 10 to 12 seconds. You're going to let your muscles register. You're going to let your legs register how much pressure or how much movement is it that you need to do for 99%. Why 99%? Because when you're going to hit 99, you're eventually going to hit 100 as well. You need to hit slightly harder than 99, you're going to hit 100. Okay? Once you're done with that, you're going to move up, right? You're going to start this exercise where you do 95 to 100, 95 to 100, and you're going to try and maintain so it doesn't go below 95, 9500, 9500, 9500, 9500, right? Alex Shaw, what is this BS about muscle, dude? What are you on about? Alex, we are talking about GD7 muscle training so that you hit your brake pressure every time precisely. So it has to be, so you have to build your muscle memory so that you don't have to worry about it inputs, right? And this is for wheel players only. So people who are on load cell pedals. So you have to do a 9500. That's your next drill. A 9000 is your next drill, right? It's the same kid. What muscles are you on about? Try iRacing some. Alex, please feel free to leave the stream if you're a GT7 hater. I could not care about it. I'm here to help people who play GT7 and want to get faster driving. I have tried iRacing. I've played iRacing. This series is purely for GD7 players. G7 is a rubbish sim kids play. Fine, let us kids enjoy our stream. We don't need people like you here. Bye, Alex. See you. You don't have to watch this. Remember your scroll close button. Bye bye. See you. Anyways, coming back to players who uh, wanna come to GD7, right? So you have to do a 9500, right? 90 to 100, 75, 50, 25, and 10, right? These are the things that you have to worry about. And for people like Alex, if you're still hanging around, this shit that I'm talking about will also help you in iRacing. You know, your not so simcade, your not so simcade subscription service. Enjoy a subscription, by the way. I I am a kind of guy who's gonna race on any game, any sim. So cheers to you. But yeah, you could learn something here if you want to. If you don't want to, you're fast. You're that A 5,000, 10,000 rating driver. See you. Okay, yeah, where were we? We were talking about, so you have to do your drills where you're gonna be Mukhtar. So I can also build muscle memory on G29. Most of the time doesn't feel, but I will definitely try this. Yes, you can build your muscle memory, but for you, Mukhtar, the muscle memory is gonna be different. It's gonna be, instead of, because for me it's pressure, right? I want to show you this. I don't know if I can show you this, but I want to show you because I have a load cell pressure, right? So for me, my foot is coming and it's facing resistance. So it's a load cell. So I am making my muscle memory here in my thigh. Assume this is my leg. For you, it's going to be here in your ankle. That's where you're going to build your muscle memory, right? But you're going to build your muscle memory regardless. One thing that you should know is that your seat needs to be sturdy. If you have a seat with wheels and constantly rolling back, you're not going to do this, right? Spend 10-15. So it takes me about 10-15 minutes now, but when you get used to it, that's when you're going to reach 10-15. But initially it took me hours to make sure that I understand what my 10% is, what my 25 is, what my 50 is, what my 75 is, and what my 100 is. Alex, this stream is not for kids. It is for other people as well. In case you don't know, we have adults who play GD7. This is for GD7 players, right? And I'm loving it, dude. Just keep piling on GD7. Keep saying shit. We're gonna keep interacting. I'm gonna get more views. You're gonna get absolutely nothing. No, because you called us kids. You said that GD7 is for kids. It's not for kids. It's for GD7 players. I'm a GD7 player. You called us kids, so I'm saying, okay, fine. It's for kids like us who like it. But yeah, keep piling on, man. I get good. Bro, I have a TLCM pedal and they depress when I press them. Are load cell pedals not supposed to move at all? No, they're supposed to move. So I have CRP2s from Moza. I am not sure how TLCM works, but your pedal travel, if you can configure it to what feels most natural. So the way my pedal travel is configured is that I'm going to have a little bit of pedal travel initially, and then I'm going to force, I'm going to have no movement at all after, right? But if you can configure your TLCM pedals, you do that, and then you make sure that those TLCM pedals have the exact feel that you want. You're going to eventually get this, right? So eventually you're going to get a hang of this, on what exactly is your feel, because and the way you can understand this very well is that if you want the car to do something and you're doing everything right, like in your head you're like, okay, the car should be turning, which means my brake pressure should be somewhere around 25 or 30%, right? But when you look at the telemetry or when you look at the replays, your brake pressure is, let's say, at 15 or at 10 or at 0 or 50. Basically, it's not where you in your head think it should be. And when that happens, that is when you need to change things in your pedals, or you need to do a little bit more rust, right? So that's what you're going to do. I hope, Mr. Velorum, that answered your question. Okay, so I've talked a lot about the boring stuff. This is the boring part of racing. I want to make this very clear, but this is the fundamentals of what you should be doing before you get, because this is going to make you be better on track, right? So now that we've done that, what we're simply going to do, we're going to get on the track. We're not going to do anything else. First of all, turn all your assists off. Do assists. Just make mistakes. So I went up the track. What did I do here? Right? I want to explain. I want to walk you guys through everything. First, let me just turn up the feedback on my wheel, because I was driving a Formula car yesterday and I have no feeling whatsoever. Yeah, but I want you to make mistakes before you see the demo goes whatsoever. I want you to gather data, right? Now I come here and I'm going up. This is gonna happen to you too. Assuming that you're gonna do this for the first time, it's gonna happen to you. What am I doing? I'm braking at the first board. Why? Because I think the car can stop there. And then I'm turning in. And you're gonna notice this time I didn't go on the gravel. Now, if people are still here, if anybody wants to make a guess why I did not go into the gravel this time, I'm gonna finish this time, and I'm gonna wait for you guys to write something in the chat to see if you finished it or not, if you actually guessed it or not. I'm gonna finish one run and we'll see if you guys guess it. Okay, this one's scorecard. Hey, that's 22040. Damn, I could have gotten gold. But yeah, very close to gold on our first attempt. Let's try again. I learned a few things. I'm gonna apply them. Let's see if I can get gold or not. Nope. My feedback's still very less. Let's see. Settings. I don't feel the grip. That could be because it's gold. 22031. Very similar race. Again, I'm not changing a lot. I'm not pushing the car yet. Something improved. Again, this is silver time, right? Turn 1 is tricky, turn 2 as well. Sure, Mukhtar, I can understand your concern that okay, the turns are tricky. But what do you need to do? What do you need to do to deal with that tricky nature? Right? What is it that you need to do so that you have a faster time? You have more control of the car. You can't be slower. Like I had more control of my car there, but I was slower. Do that, right? We need to make sure that we're fast, but we also have control of our car. Okay, I want to make sure that I get a gold before I start with smack. Right, so we've gotten a gold now, which means we're doing things somewhat good, right? Now, because I did not get much answers as to guesses, I was making a mistake in T1 and only figured this out of a lot of trial and error. Yes, Mr. Velorum, that is what you're gonna do. You're gonna make a lot of mistakes. This reason I'm doing this stream is because I want to understand. I want to make sure you guys understand why you're making mistakes. What is the mistake? Because until and unless you're gonna know what your mistake is, it's gonna be a problem. I was hitting the brakes but not downshifting. Fair enough, right? Turn one, we can't be on the brakes longer because the car slides. Again, Mukhtar, you have to control that slide, right? And that's the thing. You guys don't know yet what controls the slide. So I want to tell you, right? Now that I've set up a goal time, right? And I have to do that because people on the internet otherwise won't believe that we know what we're talking about. But first time, now I want to make sure you guys know this. This is my first time I am ever even touching this time trial, right? So let me just show you that. First time ever. That's the first time. Yes, you can see my sector 2, sector 3, sector 4, one lap attack. Empty. Completely empty. Haven't done this ever before in my life. I've sat with you guys here, 3 lap attempts, I've hit gold. Why? Right? The key is about understanding a few basics of Gran Turismo 7, which is why I want you guys to know what I'm talking about. Understand this. There's two things at play here. One, what Mukhtar is talking about, right? Whenever you're gonna go downhill, the car's weight, I want to hit handbrake here so I can understand. Whenever you're going downhill, the weight transfer of the car is going to be like this. It will always be like this. It will always be loaded on the front tires, which is why Mukhtar is experiencing oversteer. He's experiencing sliding. वो sliding क्यों है? Because सारा weight गाड़ी के front two tires पे. There's all the weight on the front two tires. And how do we turn a car? We turn it with the front tires, right? If I even show you, look at it. If you look at it carefully, very carefully, look at it. The car is sitting on its front tire. The more I go, if I sit here, let's get on this incline. Let's show you guys. Right? We come here, we hit the handbrakes here. Notice how the car is sitting. It's sitting on its front tires, which is why you're getting oversteer, which is why you're gonna get slide. You're gonna get slide because the rears are losing grip. So you're gonna slide into the turn. Right? That's one aspect. Use that to push this car on the exit because you're going to get that rotation. The other thing, the first thing I did was I came in, I was coming here, and I went into the gravel here. Okay, fair enough. The next time when I was attacking this car, I went wide, I went here into the gravel. That is understeer. We all know turn exit understeer. Turn exit understeer happens under two circumstances only. Right? I want to explain that very quickly. When you go back here, okay, let's look at the corner and let's talk about it. Let's look at the corner and let's talk about it. Turn exit understeer is going to happen under two circumstances. when you're going to come into the corner, and if you're turning in too soon, let's say I start turning in here, that means now when you look at it, look at where the car is going. The car is going straight. The car is going straight at that first BMW power board. If you can look at it, um, the first BMW power board. That's where your car is pointed to now. And you know you're going to hit the brakes. The brakes are your rotation mechanism. You're going to be off the brakes at the apex and you're going to hit the throttle. Wherever your car's pointing, it's going to go a little bit before that only. So now if I was to turn at that point and hit the throttle, I'm going to end up before that BMW power board, right? So I'm sorry, I lost focus. Okay. In order to not do that, you need to make sure that whenever you're coming into this turn, where is it that you want to be? We want to be at full throttle right at the second BMW, between the first and second BMW power board, right? So when I need to turn in such a way that if I am here, this is where my car is, I'm at full throttle and I'm aiming at the second BMW power board. What is that gonna do? It's gonna make sure I have enough rotation and I'm using the whole track and I'm gonna exit the turn beautifully. So either you didn't brake enough, you didn't slow down enough, right? Or you just turned in too quickly. That is your cue as to why you're understeering on corner exit. Those are the only two reasons, right? The only exception to that rule is when you're going uphill. And when you're going uphill, is the same concept. When you're going downhill, your pressure is on the front two tires. When you're going uphill, it's on the rear two tires. So you're gonna understeer because you don't have that rotation. Fair enough? Okay. Now, coming to the second corner, this is also tricky, right? You're gonna come here, come here. I'm just gonna show you guys. I don't play third person perspective, so I don't know. I play this, right? So when I come here, I notice here, and this is where my car is pointing. If I go full throttle here, there's no point. But the good thing about Gran Turismo, let me show you this. If I do full throttle and hold my steering to the right, my car is gonna spin out. Spun out, right? Just as I said, what's gonna happen. Same thing is gonna happen here. When I go, I'm gonna stop, full throttle, the car is gonna spin out. Yes, that's always gonna happen. We're gonna see a different version of this. Right? I'm coming here. I'm gonna stop the car here. I am gonna go add as much steering input as you want. Like let's even put like this much. I'm only gonna hit. You remember the first exercise I taught you guys? 80% throttle. Oops, the car did not lose grip. It's not losing grip. It's turning. It's not spinning. I want it to spin. I can't make it spin. It's turning. I can still control it. What's the brake marker for T-man? How much are you braking? Are you doing? How is your brake trace? Do you hit 99%, then hold at 50 by the time you reach the apex? I am not remembering that much. That's not the kind of information that's going through my head. Right? I'm doing it by feel. No, it's okay. This Valorum. This is the stream for asking questions, right? So I treated What did I do? I forgot. Right, see, I'm not remembering that much. I am taking an estimate. I came in, I thought, okay, let's try here. Nope, the car went out. That's too late. Definitely. Next time, I'm gonna start again. Then if I remember I was braking, yes, I do it by feel. And the feel is you looking, you analyzing the output. I did somewhere between first and second, the car turns, it carries. Okay, that turn-in was too late. Fine, we have to get more rotation, but that brake marker was enough. So between the second and the first board, the brake marker is enough. Let's see. Nope, still too late. I have to move it back a little bit. So brake, late, go off. This is why you have practice lobbies. Go off, right? Some people do it the other way around. I'm gonna brake just at the hut. Okay, now I'm able to keep it on the track. Good enough. Now I need to get more rotation, which means I need to downshift quicker. Exactly the mistake I made. Right? Between the first and second, right at the hut. Let's get more rotation, more rotation, more rotation. Full throttle, out of the corner, and okay. That seems like a good brake marker. Because we did it. So use that data to understand what you're doing. Right? This is a purely data-driven sport. Where do you want to be? Like, I want to be here. I want to be in the apex. I want to go full throttle. I'm gonna come here. I'm using that barrier discoloration as my brake marker. Now, what I was showing you guys, if I hold the throttle at 80, 21,968. Again, the exact same time, right? Down to the last thousands, my time was the exact same. Why? Because I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm holding it at 80% and then I'm going to 100%. It doesn't make the car spin out. Friction circle is something that you guys need to read about. Your car has only enough grip, right? So when you're accelerating and you're turning, friction circle, you don't need to exceed the limit of grip. So let me show you guys something, one more interesting. What I'm gonna do is look at my steering input. I'm going straight, right? I'm gonna turn my steering and the car still goes straight. My steering was full lock, and it's gonna go straight. Here, full lock, the car is going straight. My steering is a whole 180, it's 180 degree turn. The car is still going straight because I broke the friction circle. Right? I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna hit the brakes and do very little steering. Right? Very little. Car is turning. I give very little steering. Very little steering. The car will turn. Little bit of steering, very little steering. The car is turning. Do I recommend ghost offset to 0? No. So the ghost offset also has math behind it. Right? Let me explain something to you. So let me sort this out for you. Let's say my time was 21.916 and I want to be where Galaxy is, 21.155. That's an unrealistic goal. You can gain in increments about 10th or 2 tenths, right? Let's say I want to gain 2 tenths on my own time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to settings. I'm going to set ghost offset to 0.2 and I'm going to try and beat that ghost. How am I going to beat that ghost? Not by hopes and dreams, by doing some little differences. So we're going to do this right now and I'm going to show you, right? Right now my time is 21.916. My target is 21.716. I've set the ghost to 2 tenths off. And I'm going to do slight changes to the car, to the way I drive the car, right? To my brake markers, my throttle markers, my turn markers. Slight changes. And I'm going to stick to the basics, right? Now, before I move forward, we're going to recap the basics. The basics are the wider you can make your entry, the more speed you can. your throttle, the quicker you can get to 100%, the more speed you're going to carry out of the corner, right? If you brake as late as possible, and do all of the above two, great. If you're going off the track anywhere, you're over pushing something. Those are the four fundamentals you need to work with. Once you have those four fundamentals down, you're sorted, right? So we're gonna start that. I've set my best ghost time, ghost settings, ghost position, display personal best ghost. So that's my ghost. Now I want to gain 2/10. So I'm gonna try and beat that ghost on 2/10. Done. First try. First try. I just lost 2/10 in front of you. 21.617. What did I do? Did I cram anything? No. Look, 21.617. Quicker than Sarth, right? So all I did was set my ghost to 2/10 off, right? Once you do that, you have a target. Does that answer your question, Mr. Veller? I just set my ghost to 2/10 off. I tried to beat it. Guys, there's logic behind everything here. Mukhtar says, wow. I think Mukhtar, yes, Mr. Valorant's here on the live stream. Right? So I just beat 2/10. So take a 2/10 increment, right? And eventually my aim is not to get where Galaxy is, right? It is, but then I want to do that on the track with my actual car, with the actual feeling. Okay? So you guys will have to go do this in sector 1, 2, 3, and then through the whole lap. By the time you get to a 1 lap attack, you already know you have your brake marker set, you have your throttle marker set, turn marker set, you have everything set. If you still want to beat your time, just set it to small increments on what time you want to beat. You're gonna do it. Now, let's get to the other part. This is where the other interesting thing comes. Right? And I'm gonna show you guys something really, really interesting. Before you start setting laps, right? I'm gonna set a very, very conservative lobby. Right? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to start speaking slower, guys, because people in my house are sleeping. So if you can't hear me, or if my voice is too low, just let me know. Right? I need to start speaking a little bit soft. So I'm gonna go to a lobby, right? I'm gonna create new room, and let's see. Let's load this. And if you guys want to join, reduce the volume of the game a little. Okay, sure. Does that work? Let me know, yeah, Mukhtar, in the chat if that's okay now. I think that should be okay. I'm gonna reduce it to low. No, that's too low. 12.6 is fine. Cool. So I'm just gonna do RMS art, right? We're gonna do race for real. I'm gonna set the number of laps to 3 in case. Okay, now if you guys want to join the lobby, you can, and you can join my voice chat as well. And I'm gonna explain you guys how to test the car. Let's see, where is Brands Hatch? Grand Prix Circuit. 3 laps. Room privacy is I'm gonna make it pop. Okay. Season 1 dry cloudless afternoon. Bop on. Settings. We're gonna do just brake balance. Slipstream is weak, I guess. Mechanical light. Now this is where people struggle, right? So my PSN is Artemis on PS. It's in the chat. It's in the description of the channel as well. If you wanna get it, I'm gonna set my tire wear to 1x, and I'm gonna set the fuel wear to 1x. Right? We're gonna do grip reduction off track is low because it's low in the series, and required tire type. We're gonna do required tire type. Where's the required tire type? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna filter by category. Usable tires is sports, and it's sports optics, right? Sports ops, right? Yeah, sports ops. Okay, and nitrous engine swap. Shortcut penalty is weak. Wall collision is off. Car collision is off. Pit lane cutting is on because you need to practice that. Flag is on, and you guys can have your assist, but I would recommend save settings. Save settings. RMS. So save it as that, and we're gonna create a room. So if you guys want to join now, I'll just give you the room ID. Yeah. So where that's the room? Yeah, room ID is LJH4PV. I'm just gonna post it in the chat. H4PV. Yeah, Velorum. There's a reason I've set it to 1%. 1x, right? And I will explain it to you guys very soon. Why is it 1x? Use SRS 13. Enter. We're gonna change. We're gonna buy the sports settings. We're gonna settings, sports ops, sports ops, and enter. Bop is on. Okay, I'm waiting for you guys. I'm gonna take a 30-second break for you guys, for you to join. Yeah, the room ID is LJH4PV. Okay, 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna explain why I said to 1x and what we're exactly doing. First thing we're gonna do is find a straight patch. Let's actually use the other. That's very true. Okay, guys, 30 seconds are up. I am gonna wait. Like, whenever you guys want to join, you can join. But yeah, testing your car, the next part of the stream. So, we're gonna test a few things in the car, right? Essentially, what we want to test with the car is its grip levels, right? So, I've gotten an initial feeling of the car. I'm feeling good with the. Uh, okay, let's test, right? Porsche trying to join the lobby. Are you not able to join the lobby? I don't think there should be a problem to join. Let me just quickly refresh. But yeah, guys, if you're not able to join lobby, join a public. You know what? I'm actually just gonna change that. Just go join a public lobby. Once you get a success there, you get a success everywhere else. Um, yeah, it's just Gran Turismo. Sometimes it's just stupid. Um, you know what? I think it's best if I just set up a public lobby. Megashark says, "What's my goal in RMS? My goal in RMS is to win as many races as I can and preferably win my split." Isn't that the goal of every guy? I mean, that's my goal. I want to win a split. I want to get, and obviously, I want to get faster. I want to change my split as well. I want to make sure that if I can, I force these guys to change my split just because there's a massive fucking gap between me and the others. But yeah, that's my goal. I think, guys, the yeah, I think you should be able to join now. The new room ID is U0OK4D. I'm just gonna make sure I edit that in the channel as well. Okay, I think that should be good now. I'm just gonna post it here as well. U0OK4D. Let's copy that. Here and here. We're good, right? Okay. So testing your car. Essentially, what we're doing is testing the grip of the car, right? So you want to find a straight patch of road course. You want to see how your car performs in the most ideal of scenarios. You want to go here. You want to find a nice straight patch of road, which is generally this mountain straight. We're gonna turn our car out, and we're gonna park it. Why are we parking it? Because I want to listen. Now, the next thing is going to seem counterproductive, but you're going to do it anyway. You're going to go to assist settings. You're going to change this ABS. You're going to put it to off. This is how you build muscle memory, right? And I want uh, Mr. Valorum to see this because he was concerned. How much am I braking? If I'm braking exactly how much I should? None of that. This is how you learn how to feel the car, right? So I'm gonna go. Oh, and also, guys, one more thing. This is just a preference thing, but change your units to miles per hour. Why do you want to change that? Because miles per hour moves slower than kilometers per hour, and you're gonna be able to better track your speeds throughout the corners. So if you can do that, you're gonna be tracking everything that you need. Just give me 1 second. Huh? 1 second, guys. Yeah, sorry, my dumbass forgot to start. But yeah, okay, we have Mac here. That's good. Um, so yeah, when you're testing your car, turn off the ABS. Go to about 100 miles per hour. Right? Let's see what this car can hit. Okay, 100 kilometers per hour is also fine. So that's about 60 miles an hour. Try to brake. Oh, exit, 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 exit. Made a mistake. I'm gonna ask him to exit. Yeah, I'm just gonna exit. Yes. Mac, if you're watching, if you can exit, I'm just gonna ask him to exit here as well. Yeah, sorry. Sorry. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go. Yeah. So you're gonna go about 60 miles an hour or more, right? Whatever, doesn't matter. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your car, you're gonna press forward button, and then you're gonna brake as you would normally brake. Tires are not locking on this car, so this car is not a good example. Let me show you some other car that has a little bit more power. Um, yeah, let me show you this. So, settings, car settings, sports tires. Hey, so the organized did a good job picking a easy car for you guys. But yeah, sports. Okay, bro, what are we testing? We're testing the exact curve of the braking. We're testing. Yep. See, tires lock, instant lockup tires, right? So that's what I'm showing you. We're testing what is the nature of the car's braking. We're exactly testing how the car responds under braking, right? Because that's what you want to test. So you're gonna go to straight, you're gonna accelerate, right? And then you're gonna hit your brakes. The car's gonna lock up. You can hear it lock up, right? If you don't, if you're not audio expert in GD7, you go, you try to turn, it's not gonna turn. None of it's gonna turn. It's just not gonna turn, right? Even when I try trail braking, even if like what you see normal as trail braking, yeah. Even if I try to trail brake, once the tires are locked, right, it's just not gonna turn. Doesn't matter. Moving my steering doesn't matter, right? Now, coming to what you're exactly testing. You're testing what you need to do with the car, right? Now, if you think that you cannot hit 100% of the brakes, I will hit 100% of the brakes on this car, and I'm gonna make sure that the tires don't lock. So I'm gonna go accelerate, a little less locking. Okay, my aim here is I have to learn the exact brake feel of the car where the car is not gonna lock. The tires are absolutely not gonna lock. And when you do that, you're gonna know exactly how you are supposed to brake in this car. You're gonna learn exactly how you're supposed to brake in this car, right? So we're gonna come here. Even in reverse, this car has a lot of power, so even in reverse, it's gonna do it. But notice, no screeching, no screeching whatsoever, right? So what did I do? I went 100%, dropped to 50, and then came back. This is the only time I'm going to be looking at my inputs, right? This, then instantly this and this and this is what my inputs are, right? So let's test it out. Now I know, because of my previous exercise, I know what 50 feels like, I know what 100 feels like, I know what 25 feels like. I have my ABS off. I'm going to try and turn this car into the turn where you guys are struggling without ABS. Yeah, you think we can do that? Let's see. Let's see if we can do that. For this car, the brake method would be my third favorite. The car is turning. I'm locking a little bit, but not too much. What does that tell me? That tells me that the car does not like to get pushed in terms of brakes at 100%. The car graph is going to be 100, instantly drop to 50, and then drop lower. So when you're trail braking, your car will not start turning unless you're at 50% or lower. That is what we're trying to test here, Mr. Weller. We're trying to test what the car's braking wants us to do. We're trying to listen to the car, right? Now, if I want to exactly replicate that with the car that we are going to be driving in RMS, let me try and do that exactly with that. I have my ABS off. I'm gonna hit 100% of the brakes. A little bit of lock, not much, right? So this car is user friendly, but I'm gonna do a lap or so without ABS on. As you can see, I have roughly the same level of control as I did when I was doing time attack maneuvers. When I was doing the time attack maneuvers, because no locking. Wheels are screeching, but no locking. Right? Let me show you at the end of this long straight. No locking. No locking for this car. So for this car, if we come to the straight and we hit the brakes, nothing's locking. Right? We're gonna try that again with quickly downshifting to see if we can actually try. Now, I am doing the opposite what we're supposed to do. I am trying to lock the wheels here. Right? Now I lock the wheels. So now I know two things. Now I've learned two things about the car. Aggressive downshifting is going to lock my wheels. It's going to destabilize my rear, right? There's two ways I can use that information. If I have turns that require me to not slide and hold grip, I'm going to make sure that I don't downshift there quickly. But if I have turns where I'm faster because I'm sliding, I'm going to make sure that I slide, right? So I'm deliberately trying to slide the car. Let's test it out in this corner, right? This corner has a little bit of camber and generally requires you to be very smooth. I'm trying to flip the car, right? I'm trying to make the car slide. I'm gonna try to make the car slide by downshifting too soon. This curve I know generally is faster when you slide, right? So we're gonna deliberately try to slide the cars in corner. You guys wanna control the slide in your first turn, right? Okay, fine. Look at it. Total control of the car. And that is when I have no assist. No assist on, and I fully control the car. because I understand the grip circle. Why that turn is faster when you turn, is when you're sliding. So you have full control of the car, 100% control. You're trying to make the car lose control so you can understand the car's grips. Feel the car. Right now we're not even pushing, we're just testing. Just testing. Trying to make the car slide. Okay, I overshot that turn. Fine, that's a data point I have. We're collecting data still. Bro, how did you stop the slide for the left-hander at the start of sector 2? I always spin and veer to the left. Let's see. Start of sector 2. How did I stop the slide? We'll see. Let me show you. So, there's a few ways to stop the slide. First of all, if you're a wheel player, right? Okay, let's talk about sector 1 example. Okay. Here, right? This is what you're talking about, right? Either this or this, one of the two. I'm cutting this corner here and coming here, right? Now, understand this. We're going to talk about the grip circle again, right? Your throttle and your brakes are the earlier one, right? That's not okay, great. So, your throttle and your brakes are what you control the car with mostly. This is very different from road driving because in road driving, you turn the steering as much as where you want to go, right? If you don't want to go, you open up the steering, you go straight, right? If you don't want to turn, you open up the steering straight. In racing, it's a little bit different, right? With racing, understand this when you're, let me just go back to that so I can explain to you better. Let me go back. Right? This is where you're coming in. Now you're coming in fast. You're coming in fast. Coming in fast. My brake marker is middle of the stroke. I come in, I start turning, I get here, right? And this is where you're generally gonna hit your full throttle. Now, if you're veering out to the left here, right? Let's say you're going out here. There could be one of two reasons, and you're gonna have to test it out for yourself. The first reason is that first reason is your vision probably, and that is when you're coming into this turn, you're aiming and your eyes are looking here. Now, if your eyes are looking here, that means, and it's the same, right? When you're driving a race car, you're driving the way you would drive a bike, and there's a common rule for a bike. Wherever you're gonna see, that's where the bike is gonna go. It's the same with the race car. Wherever you're gonna look, that's where the car is gonna go, but a little bit before that. So if you're aiming your car here, or if you're looking here, forget aiming your car. If you're looking here, if you're trying to get here, you're gonna go somewhere here. Now, if you're here already and you're already on the throttle, right, and you're turning your steering, you have exceeded the grip and you're going somewhere here because of that, and you're losing time, right? So, problem number one, possible culprit number one, is your vision. When you're going to come out of this corner, you're going to aim your car in such a way that you end up here, right? Now, if you're full throttle here already, and if you even if you exceed the grip by a little bit, your car is already straightened out, and you're already heading to the next corner, right? That is culprit number one that can solve your problem, right? Now let's talk about culprit number two, which is not adjusting mid corner. Now, if you think that the best players that you see, Galaxy, of course, people who are really, really slow, or your World Series drivers like Yasin and Hall, etc., they're fast because they adjust mid corner, right? Let's say you come into the corner, I asked you to aim there, but you ended up because you were in a thought or you were changing some settings, you aimed here. Now, if you hit your throttle full here, you're gonna go there. Yes? So you have to adjust. And in order to adjust, the quicker you understand where you're going wrong, the quicker you'll be able to adjust. And understand this, you add a little bit of brake, it's going to give you more rotation. You add a little bit of throttle, it's going to give you more under rotation. It's going to give you more speed and it's going to make you under rotate. So if you're going wide on the track, just do this in the middle of the corner. You see me doing this as well, right? When I'm doing my laps, like when I'm coming into this corner, I do this, and then I'm constantly modulating my throttle and then getting out of here. When I'm fully confident that my car is not going to go wide, I'm putting my foot down. But until you're sure, 80%. Remember that 80% we talked about? That 80% is going to hold your grip circle. No matter how much I try to spin this car around, I can't. But the moment I drop my throttle and I try to spin this car around, or the moment I try to fully put my foot down and spin this car around, it's easy. It's easy for me. But this, look at this. I'm trying my hardest. I'm working the wheel. I can't spin the car around. Can't do this. But don't take my word for it. Go make a lobby. Put your settings. Put all your settings to zero. Put everything to zero, and then test it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. I'm just a guy on the internet, right? That's test number one. Test number two on how we're testing the car. We're gonna hold our handbrake. We're gonna do 100% of the throttle on a straight. This is not a good example. Let's go on a straight. This is not a good example. Let's compare, right? You're gonna go to a straight. You're gonna hold your throttle at 100%. You're gonna let it go. There's no wheel spin, right? That's not gonna be the case always. This is a rookie-friendly card that they've picked. We're gonna go back to our example of our GR2 car, and I'm gonna show you how to test the throttle grip of the car. We tested the brake grip on the car by doing the ABS on, right? Now we're gonna test the throttle grip on it. Yeah, we're gonna go to first gear. We're gonna hold the handbrake. We're gonna do full throttle, let it go. You're gonna spin out because the wheels are spinning so quick. You're getting wheel spin. You're getting so much wheel spin, right? Let's try this again. But this time, let's try 90%. 90%, that's 90%. Sorry. There's a question. Brake modulation to oversteer the car and throttle modulation to understeer the car mid corner. Absolutely, yes. So, adding a little bit to that. So, when you're in mid corner, stepping off the throttle also behaves like braking, right? So, this is braking and this is acceleration. Stepping off the brake is acceleration. Stepping off the throttle is braking. So don't miss that range in the middle, right? So sometimes you may not even need to touch the brake. You can just step off the throttle, car's gonna go, right? Sometimes you may not need when you need to carry more speed into the corner, right? You just need to maybe get let off the brake, right? So make sure that when you are taking the friction circle into account, make sure you take that little range in the middle into account as well. Stepping off the brake and stepping off the throttle. Yeah. Okay. Coming back to testing is I'm gonna do this at 90, right? 90 and go. The car is still wheel spinning. No good, right? We go back. We go back. We go back. We go back. First gear. Let's do about 80 this time. Okay, that's great. No wheel spin, right? Now you've tested the throttle capacity of this car. I'm gonna go to an ABS 1. I'm gonna go all the way back, and we're gonna see some magic, right? We're gonna go all the way back, right? We're gonna go. We're gonna use our usual brake combo. We're gonna turn, and I'm gonna hold the throttle at 80, and then I'm gonna go 100, and you see the car doesn't spin out. I'm gonna hold the throttle at 80 before every corner exit, and the car will turn. It doesn't spin out. It just goes. It just keeps going. I have full control of my car. Again, easy. That was faster. That was fast. Look how quickly I'm gaining speed. Why? Because I'm holding at 80 at corner exit. It's breezing, right? So now you know that you can hold it to about 80 and it's gonna go. Look at how easily it does it. No sweat, right? So I know that for this car I have 80%. I have 80%. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go back to the basics. I'm gonna get out. Now I practice two things. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go to my controllers, and just before my race, here's what I'm gonna practice. We did our 80, I'm gonna try to hit 80 every time, every time, every time, every time, every time on the throttle. I'm gonna build that muscle memory. 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. And I'm gonna practice this 80, 100, 80, 100, 80, 100, 80, 100. I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna hit this. I think that's 80. It's 82. Good. I'm there. Close my eyes again. This is 80. It's 85. Bad. Close my eyes. 80. 78. Good enough. Right? Close my eyes. 80. 85. Too much. 80. 84. Okay. A little lesser. 80. 79.5. That's good enough. See? So I have to practice until I can hit between 78 to 82 almost every time. 6, 7 out of 10 times. Same way I'm gonna practice for the brakes with the way you felt on the car. 100, 100 drop to 50, 25, go. 100 drop to 50, go. 100 drop to 50, 25. 100 drop to 50, 25. 15, go. 100, 50, 15, go. 100, 50, 15, go. Close my eyes. 100, 50, 15, go. I don't know if that was right or not. You guys have to tell me. But I'll close my eyes. So I'm gonna practice that. I'm gonna have a friend who's gonna tell me, hey, 100, 50, 15, done. Right? Nothing. I'm doing nothing with the steering wheel because steering is something that comes to you guys naturally. It's the pedals that you have to learn. Yeah. Okay. So this is where I am gonna end the stream for today. This was, I think we've been already streaming for an hour and a half. So this was session one of the basics of what you can do to get a little bit faster, right? Either tomorrow or day after, I'm gonna do another stream where I help you guys understand how to judge every corner. Yes, but for that I gotta prep myself a little bit, right? I hope this was helpful, Mac and Mr. Velorum. I know you guys have been here. Uh, I don't know if others are here or not, but I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you know what? Just for the sake of having fun, I have Mac in here, and I am going to do a 3 lap race with him. Yeah, I'm gonna check if he's up for a 3 lap race. Mr. Velorum, if you're free, you can join us. If you want me to wait for you, I will wait for you. We can do a 3 lap race, all three of us. I don't know about this track at all, so you guys and me are roughly at the same level at this time. Let me check with Matt. Mr. Velorum, if you want to join, I'm waiting for you, but you gotta let me know. I'm watching on the phone, bro. Really, no problem. Don't worry about it. Mac, if you're here, you gotta let me know, bro. If we gotta start the race. I'm just gonna wait another 5 seconds for him. Let's wait. Why not? But yeah, Velorum, stay around, see how we're racing. Um, I'm gonna do this in a 3 part series tomorrow. I'm gonna do a corner by corner analysis because I think by tomorrow I'm also gonna have a few laps of a few people, so that's gonna be a good reference for me. Okay, fine. Start height. I will change to settings. Let him go. I got gold with great difficulty on each sector, but now I'm unable to stitch these up for a full lap. That's okay, man. You just gotta go back to your sectors. You gotta remember what you did for gold on each sector, and you gotta put it together. It's okay. It happens. It's all good. Hopefully, I'll learn when I see your full lap. Don't look at my full lap because I don't know. I have again, it's still in a testing phase. Thanks, brother. I just sent my full lap on WhatsApp. That's good. Mac, you wanna do a race here, or do you wanna go to Mudit's room and do a race there? Okay, I've got a lap from you. I'm gonna look at that lap and get back to you. Yeah, I'll just get back to you after the stream. Okay. It's not going anywhere. So me and Mac are gonna do a race. Yep, let's go. I'm gonna let it go, Mac. I'm not gonna catch you. I understood, Mac. Let it go. These two. And that's goal time already. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Damn. Sorry. I missed it. I forgot that what goal time. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna do another tomorrow, maybe day after. We're gonna see. I don't wanna step on anybody's toes, but yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out. This is Artemis signing out. Same time, I don't know, Mr. Velram. So the my work is very fluctuating. So if I have time, yes, I want to do this for you guys. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it much more before the race day, so you guys enough time to prep. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna do it so that you guys enough time to prep. Yeah, cool. I will keep you guys posted on the group. Thank you. See you. Bye bye. Good night.